Hello everyone. So I thought I'd start today by just saying hi. I haven't seen you in a while. You haven't seen me, so here I am. I probably haven't changed much. I hope you guys are doing all right. Hope you guys are safe, are able to get on with your coursework, and your lives are somewhat normal again, I guess. I wanted to say that if you guys do have any difficulties, this online learning stuff, I know it's new and you might not be used to it, and we just have to kind of get through it together. So please, if you have any problems, any difficulties, do let me know and we'll try to work it out together. All right. So today I wanted to show you something that is an alternative to Adobe Illustrator, because some of you might have been planning to use Illustrator to make parts of your infographic or even make all of your infographic. Okay. First thing I want to say is it's not fundamental to use Illustrator or this alternative that I'm going to be showing you. There are other ways to make infographics. There's online tools. You can even make it through Microsoft Word if you really want to. There's Prezi, making videos, etc. But if you do want to make certain graphics or even all of your infographic on something like Illustrator, I'll show you an alternative quickly here. Okay, so here I have something called Inkscape, which is free. Okay, so Illustrator is paid software, so I don't know who has access to it or not. But this is free, and it's for our purposes it does what we need. Okay, there are some features that aren't available, some features that are better or worse. You can Google that if you want, what's available in Inkscape and or what's not available in Inkscape that's available in Illustrator. Okay, so if you want to download it, this little icon, I don't know if you can see it, looks black, like some alien's head or something like that. Inkscape, and the functionality is pretty much the same as Illustrator, so I think it's a very good alternative. It just takes a little bit of getting used to. Okay, the best thing to do, since you do have a little bit of experience now in Illustrator, if you want to do the equivalent in Inkscape, the best thing to do is Google how do I do this in Inkscape. How do I modify an anchor point in Inkscape? How do I smooth lines in Inkscape? How do I trace image in Inkscape? Things like that, okay, things that we've learned. Okay, I'll just show you a few things. For example, tracing an image. For example, if you do copy and paste a pixel image into there, if you go into path, and here it is, trace bitmap. Okay, so that's tracing pixel image. Zooming in and out of your artboard is just simply pressing the plus and minus keys, so plus, minus, that sort of thing. Okay. And you can have your scroll bars to kind of get in there. Okay, drawing shapes, these tools are pretty much the same. That's like your black arrow and that's like your white arrow in Illustrator. Okay, and then you have your shape tools like drawing shapes like that, things like that. If you want to use fill and stroke colors, nicely they have a bunch of colors down here that you can choose from. Also, you can do it from up here, so you can see you can have fill and stroke here, and you can kind of play with these RGB values, so red, green, blue. So if I have full red, it gets quite red, etc. And this A is alpha, which basically means transparency, so you can make it completely opaque, or you can make it transparent. Okay. Stroke, so if you go in there, you can change your stroke color. Okay. Or conveniently, if you go down here and you use your right mouse button click, you can set fill or set stroke. So set fill, and then maybe if I go here and I want a blue stroke, set stroke. So that's kind of convenient as well. Just quickly, some other things that I learned. For example, drawing freehand, so I can make a line that goes like that, for example. And in class we talked about how to smooth these things in Illustrator. You can use something called fidelity. So let me just zoom in here for a second. Here it's a little bit different. So you can see when I draw, it's kind of like all over the place, so it's not quite straight. So let's use this tool right here, and yet you can see all the different anchor points as to where the curve actually kind of changes direction. So we could use the fidelity tool in Illustrator to kind of smooth that out. Here you just press Control L, and you can see it starts to take away some of the anchor points and smooth it out. So if you keep pressing that, you can see that it will try to smooth that out for you. Okay, so I'm just pressing Control L a bunch of times until I get something that I want, and then you can kind of move individual anchor points too if you want to do so. And these are handles here that you can use to bend your curves. Okay, so let's bend that curve like that. Drag out this anchor point and bend that handle a little bit. So yeah, much of the same thing as in Illustrator. And again, just Google things. So how do I smooth out a line in Inkscape, that sort of thing, and then just kind of play around with it, and you can kind of get used to it. So again, it's a tool, it's free, it's quite good, and might be useful for creating some of your graphics that you will use in your final project, or even in assignment 3 where you're creating a visual explanation. Some of you might want to do the entire explanation inside something like this, or you can create like kind of pieces in Inkscape that you're going to kind of copy and paste into Microsoft Word or whatever other tools, PictoChart online or Visimi or whatever it's called. Whatever tool you choose, that's fine, but sometimes you'll need something like this to create a little graphic. For example, if you want to modify your logo or something like that. All right.